minus 3, 2x squared minus 3x plus 1, f of x, ayan. Or pwede rin daw f of x is equal to x to the 7 plus 6x to the 6 plus 2x plus 3. Ayan. Ibig sabihin daw, for example, I have here a function x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 whose degree is equivalent to 3. So, kung tatlo daw yung kanyang highest power, ibig sabihin daw, how many roots we have? The number of roots is equal to also 3. At ito ding isa, if the degree is equal to 7, therefore, the number of roots na hahanapin daw natin is equal to 7 also. Now, in some cases or in most cases, when dealing with higher order polynomial functions, nagkakaroon daw tayo ng multiple roots. Ayan. Sabi daw dito, a multiple root of an equation is a root of a function where a single value of x makes the function equal to 0 more than once daw. O ano ba daw ibig sabihin ng more than once? So for example, I have here a cubic function. This is a cubic function whose number of roots equals 3. Pero kung mapapansin nyo daw, the point of the point where it touches or it in some other cases it crosses the x-axis, dalawa lang daw. Isa, dalawa. Kasi sabi natin, if it touches or if it crosses the x-axis, ibig sabihin daw noon, nandoon daw yung ating root. But in cases daw that there are multiple roots, for example nga ito, x equals 1, yung root niya, ngayon, meron daw tayo ditong double root. Ibig sabihin, dalawang beses daw dadaan yung ating yung ating x or yung ating value ng root dun sa x is equal to 1. Hindi lang daw natin mahahalata kasi syempre isang beses lang naman talaga siya dadaan doon. Pero in mathematical analysis or in explicit solution, we can find dalawang x sub dalawang x is equal to 1. For example, x sub 1 is equal to 1, x sub 2 is equal to another 1. Ito yung sinasabing multiple or double root. Ngayon, pwede rin daw triple root. Sa isang point daw, for example, x sub 1 here is equal to 1, x sub 2 is equal to 1, x sub 3 is equal to 1, x sub 4 is equal to 3. For example, dito sa function na to, ito yung ating function. In this case, yung function natin has a degree equal to 4. Since sabi daw dito, 4 daw yung roots niya. Pero for x is equal to 1, 3 times daw, makukuha daw natin ang value ng 1 if we do an explicit or a mathematical solution. And so on and so forth. Ayun daw, kalimitan daw may nangyayaring ganyan. So graphically, the curve is tangent to x-axis at that root. Ibig sabihin daw ng tangent, pwede daw siyang dumaan, pwede daw siyang, pwede siyang dumaan. Now, for even multiplicity daw, so when we say even, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So for even multiplicity, it touches the x-axis but does not cross daw. For example, I have here a double root. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung graph daw natin, tumaas daw, nag-touch kay x is equal to 1, but it does not cross, rather, bumaba na daw ulit. Dito sa ating quadruple root, ganun din. Since ang number of multiplicity natin is 4, for this root, pagtaas na daw doon sa 1, nag-touch lang daw siya, nag-tangent siya sa 1, then bumaba na daw ulit siya. So kapag ganyan daw yung behavior graphically, or if you will compare, if you will analyze a graph, when an even multiple roots occurred, it only touches the x-axis but not cross over. While kapag naman daw add yung ating multiplicity, for example, 3 times daw yung root, 5 times, 7 times, etc. Basta add number daw siya, we can notice that it touches and crosses the x-axis. Ay, ano nangyari? Wait lang. Nawala. Nawala naka-share screen ko. Wait lang. Mag-reshare ako, nawala kasi. Ayun. Kapag naman daw add yung ating root, ito, sabi nga natin pwede daw siyang 3, 5, 7, basta add number daw siya. For example, ito daw triple root. Notice that as it touches the x-axis, nag-cross daw siya. So kapag ganyan daw yung behavior ng multiple roots, ibig sabihin, add daw yung number ng roots na dadaan sa kanya. So yun daw si multiple root. Now, ano ba daw na-experience nating numerical difficulties in solving for multiple roots? A multiple root is a root of a function where a single value of x make the function equal to 0 more than once. So kapag in graphical solution daw, since yun nga, if we try to just by looking at, hindi daw natin siya isosolve mathematically, we can say that at that point on the x-axis, parang isa lang daw yung dumadaan. Pero in reality, or in mathematical solution, dapat 3 beses daw siya doon dadaan. Now, in bracketing method, at even roots, nagfe-fail daw or hindi daw natin pwedeng gamitin ang bracketing method kapag daw ang root doon ay even roots. Kasi remember, when we discuss bracketing method, if we have your x upper and x lower, kailangan there is change in sign para daw masabi natin that between those two boundaries, or between the initial guess XU and XL, in between that, ando dun daw yung ating root. Kasi kapag even root daw, kagaya ng drawing kanina, ayan. Kung ganyan daw yung ating root, andi dito, hindi daw natin pwedeng gamitin si bracketing method. Kasi kailangan kay bracketing method, meron daw change ng XU, ng value ni f of XU at f of XL. Kailangan daw, meron daw, or kailangan daw magko-cross daw siya sa x-axis. Now, in Newton-Raphson and secant method, division by zero is risk. Since when dealing with Newton-Raphson, we're solving for first order derivative, or f prime of x. And since the definition of f prime of x, or the first derivative, is the limit of the function f of x as x approaches to 0, there is a tendency that the value of our x approaches 0 or becomes 0. So therefore, if we divide any number by 0, there is a risk na makakakuha tayo daw ng math error, or ng no solution. Kasi nga, anything number divided by a 0 is, tawag dito, is not, will not give you any solution set. So yun daw ang una daw, kung gagamit naman daw tayo ng tawag dito, ng open method. Now and if ever daw hindi daw tayo makapag-divide ng 0, convergence reduces to linear instead of quadratic. Remember, when we solve for the Newton-Raphson and secant method, we we approximate the function via a straight line. 'Di ba sabi natin kung ito yung ating function using using ayan, using tapos ito yung root, using Newton-Raphson method, humahanap lang daw tayo ng point diyan, then yung point niyan hahanapin daw natin ang tangency. So, technically, if we have a curve, yung ating tangent line is a straight line or a first degree equation. Same goes with secant method. Kung ito yung inyong graph, ayan, kukuha ka ng 2 points. Pag pinagdugtong mo yung 2 points na yan, yung secant line natin is also a straight line. Pag sinabi nating straight line, linear daw yung ginagamit nating approximation. So in most cases daw, wherein multiple roots are concerned, the use of tangent line and secant line, or the use of the tawag dito, the the first derivative or the slope as representation of that curve, hindi daw siya ganon ka-reliable. And the the rate of convergence using Newton-Raphson method or the standard Newton-Raphson method would be much more tedious. Mas mahaba daw yung rate of convergence niya compared to the modified Newton-Raphson method. One reason why matagal daw mag-converge using the Newton-Raphson and the secant method, because we only consider the first derivative. First derivative lang yung kinukuha natin. We do not take into consideration higher order derivatives, which might as well uh, provide a better tawag dito, a better approximation for a given curve. Yun daw ang difficulties in using the open methods or the standard open methods and the bracketing methods when it comes to multiple roots. So therefore, gagamit daw tayo ng modified Newton-Raphson method. Now, in modified Newton-Raphson method, or ang gagawin lang daw natin to address the number of repeated roots in a given polynomial function, yung standard Newton-Raphson method, which is xr is equal to x sub I minus f of x all over f prime of x. Remember, this is the standard Newton-Raphson method. Mag-i-introduce lang daw tayo ng m, where m is the multiplicity of the root. M is equal to 2 for double root, 3 for triple root, 4 for quadruple root, etc., etc., and so on. So therefore, dapat daw, alam daw natin, if we're going to use this formula, alam daw dapat natin yung multiplicity nung number, nung, or kung ilang beses daw mauulit yung roots in a given polynomial function. So, in numerical analysis, since most of the time we do, we do approximate or provide initial guesses for the value of the root, this formula of using a multiplicity would not be possible since hindi nga natin alam kung may uulit ba siya or hindi. So, yun daw ang downside ng modified Newton-Raphson when it comes to multiple roots. Kailangan daw, alam mo, this is known. This should be known. Since in our solution nga daw, we're just approximating the values. So, this particular tawag dito improvement of para daw lang mabilis yung rate of convergence would not be possible since hindi daw natin sigurado if multiple roots would occur in a given in a given polynomial function. Later on, kapag nag-solve daw tayo ng modified Newton-Raphson method, mapapansin nyo daw, meron pa rin daw siyang, tawag dito, um, limits when it comes to single roots naman. So, hindi daw, although ito daw yung formula, hindi daw ito yung ating gagamitin kasi dapat known daw siya or provided in the problem. Eh doon sa ibibigay kong problem sa inyo or commonly, the problems that you will encounter might not give you the number of multiplicity. So therefore, another alternative is used to define the new function of the standard Newton-Raphson method. So yung ating mina-minus na f of x all over f prime of x, remember the function or your value of xr is equal to xi minus f of x all over f prime of x. Ayan. Ito daw function na to, we will replace this by u of x. So therefore, u of x can be substituted in the Newton-Raphson formula to develop an alternative Newton-Raphson method. Therefore, yung ating f of x magiging u of x. At yung ating f prime of x magiging u prime of x. Now, in Newton-Raphson method, we differentiate this u of x to get the value of u prime of x. Now, for the derivative of a quotient, kasi since we want to get the derivative of, derivative of function u of x, wherein u of x is also equal to the derivative of u of x all over u prime of x. Remember, we have the derivative of a quotient. Sabi natin, derivative of a quotient is equal to the denominator multiplied by the derivative of the numerator with respect to x, or numerator, minus the numerator multiplied by the derivative of the denominator all over the denominator squared, where the value of your numerator is equal to u of x and the value of your denominator is equal to u prime of x. Now, if we perform the derivative of a quotient, u prime will be equal to f prime of x multiplied by f prime of x minus f of x multiplied by f double prime of x all over f prime of x quantity squared. Now, what we will do here is, after getting this value, after getting this value, we will substitute this to our equation u prime of x, and f of x all over f prime of x will also be substituted in terms of u of x. So if we do that mathematically, the formula for the modified Newton-Raphson method yields to x sub r or x sub I plus 1, or the value of the approximated root. This is the approximated root. Yan. Would be equal to x sub I minus f of xi multiplied by f prime of xi all over f prime of xi quantity squared minus f of xi multiplied by f double prime, or the second derivative of f of xi. So, ang magiging problema nyo na lang dito is kung hindi kayo marunong mag-derivative, first derivative, second derivative. So, dapat marunong daw mag-second derivative. So, paano ba daw ginagamit yung formula na yan? O, let us try to solve a problem. Isa lang naman to. Isang problem lang to. Kasi nga, the modified Newton-Raphson method is only limited to the in solving for multiple roots. Okay, for example daw, use both the standard and the modified Newton-Raphson method to evaluate the multiple roots of x of f of x is equal to x to the fourth minus 6x cubed plus 12x squared minus 10x plus 3 with initial guess of x sub 0 is equal to 0. So for this, I'll just be using Excel na lang. Kasi, tawag dito, yun namang tawag dito, yung paggamit naman ng modified Newton-Raphson, the same lang to. Sorry. The same lang din to dun sa mga previous na ginamit natin. Same lang dun sa mga ginawa natin. The only problem is, repetitive lang yung solution. So, dito ko na lang sa Excel ipapakita kasi medyo mahaba kapag sa manual solution. Ay. Okay, let's do first the standard Newton-Raphson method. Now, reminder pala, nakalimutan kong sabihin, yun pa lang, pinadadownload ko sa inyo na Excel app. Trial version lang yun, 7 days lang. So, kung hindi pa kayo nakakapag-download, mas okay, hindi pa kayo nakakapag-install, saka nyo na lang siya i-install kapag maglalaboratory na tayo. Hindi ko pala napansin agad yon. So, sa 20 pala hindi tayo makakapag face-to-face kasi may mga gagamit ng room. So I'll just move the tawag dito, the laboratory on September 27. Since face-to-face naman tayo dito. Next week, a new topic na lang muna tayo. We'll have our discussion online. Pakisabi dun sa inyong ibang mga klaseng hindi naka-attend ngayon. Ayon. So, since hindi ko magamit ngayon yung aking tawag dito, yung aking first derivative kasi na-expire nga yung license, ang mahal ng bayad $30. Eh, isang beses ko lang naman gagamitin ngayon. So, ang gawin na lang natin is, since ito lang naman ay polynomial equation, let's just solve f prime of x. Madali lang naman kunin yung f prime of x nito. So to get f prime of x here, we get derivative of x to the fourth, we get 4x cubed. Ayan. Minus the derivative of 6x cubed is 18x squared. Plus 12x squared, derivative nun ay 24x. Minus 10x will be 10, and the derivative of 3 is equal to 0. So, here, let's start with 0. So to get f of x, o ang gawin ko lang, I'll start with equal sign. Then, in performing polynomial equation, please have parentheses for every term. For example, you're going to solve for x cubed. You start with a parenthesis for multiplied, another parenthesis, x. Ay, sorry, hindi pala yan. X to the fourth pala tayo. Kasi hindi pa pala ako kay f prime. So, dito, equals, parenthesis, x to the fourth, ito yung value ng x natin, raised to 4. Para ma-raise natin, you press shift 6. Shift plus 6, sabay. Then close parenthesis. That is for the first term. Minus, another open parenthesis for the second term, 6 multiplied, another open parenthesis, x cubed. Then you close again. Nagkakaintindihan? Para lang hindi kayo malito, term by term nyo daw siya lagyan ng parenthesis. We continue. 12 multiplied by, again, x raised to 2 or squared. Then you close, minus 10 multiplied by x plus 3. So that would be the value for the, if we substitute 0 to the given function. Now we solve for f prime of x. So we'll be using the first derivative. So let's start with 4 multiplied by x raised to 3. Then you close, minus 18 multiplied by x squared naman. Then you close, plus 24 multiplied by x minus 10, and that should give you negative 10 for, for the first derivative. So to get xr again, our formula for the standard Newton-Raphson method, xr is equal to xi minus f of xi all over f prime of xi. Ayan. So, to initiate that, let's start with equals. Xi natin would be this value minus, since this is a quotient, lagyan natin ng parenthesis, f of x divided by f prime of x. Then, ayun. So, we get 0.3 for the value of our, tawag dito, for our xr. So, for the second iteration, the value of x would be the previous value of xr. Then, we can just copy all of this. And, ayan. So, ito, i-copy ko lang daw sa sunod hanggang makakuha ako ng 0. Ayan, umabot siya ng 39. Notice that kahit nasa 39 na siya, our answer here is 0.999 or approximately equal to 1.0. So technically, here the root is equal to 0. Later on, we'll compare this with the analytical solution. So, ayun. So, ang haba daw. Pero sabi sa problem, we need to perform 5 iterations only. So, let's just compare hanggang 5th iteration. Let's highlight on this. Notice that in the standard Newton-Raphson method, after 5 iterations, we only get XR equivalent to this one, 0.84598. Although, yun nga, if we continue our solution, later on, after more than 30 iterations, we notice that the answer converges to 0.999 or approximately equal to 1. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na downside ng standard Newton-Raphson method when it comes to multiple roots. Mahaba daw yung iteration before we get a converging solution or until we achieve an acceptable rate of convergence. Now, in modified Newton-Raphson method naman daw, ayan, so ito, same lang naman, 0. Kopyahin ko na lang yung f of x and f of x1. So, yung formula dito, same lang din naman. So, ikakopy ko lang siya dyan. Tapos ito, equal to kay xr. Ayan. So, ikopy ko lang din to. Kasi same lang din naman yung formula niya. Okay. The problem now here is the value of f prime of x. So for f prime, double prime rather, so what we need to do is get the second derivative. Ayan, yung mga paborito yung derivative. So for the second derivative, f double prime of x is equal to, we just need to get the derivative of f prime of x to get the second derivative. So that means we'll get 12x squared minus 32x plus 24. This should be our second derivative. Ay, sorry, na 32. This is 36. Mali ako. O, paano daw ginawa yun? Di 4 times 3, we have 12x. 3 minus 1, ayan, 2. Minus 18x squared, the derivative of 18x squared is 2 times 18, 36. X yung power, mababawasan ng isa, and so on. So, dito daw pala, to get f double prime of x, that should be equal to 12 multiplied by yung ating x raised to 2 minus 36 multiplied by x plus 24. So, ayan, we have 24 here. Sige, lakihan daw natin. Ay, mali yata yung inequalsan ko. Ang equals dapat pala nito ay ito. Ayun, mali ang equals ko. So anyways, now we solve for XR. So this is the value of our XR. So again, to initiate the syntax for Excel, we start with an equal sign, then X sub I. This is our X sub I. Minus, now here, be careful on the parentheses. Let's start with the numerator first. So I make a double parenthesis for the numerator. So we have f of xi multiplied by f prime of xi. Then we close. Then after that, we divide. I make another double open parenthesis so that I can do this first. F prime squared minus another open parenthesis f of x multiplied by f prime of x. Then, if you want to close this, dapat maging black din daw yung dulo. So, if you do that, you'll get 1.07143. And if we continue our solution at the fifth iteration, notice that the value after 5 iteration already converges with x is equal to 1. Ito ang sagot natin, x is equal to 1. Now, comparing this with the modified, the standard Newton-Raphson method, we can notice that the values of, in getting the value for the root for the given polynomial function is much faster using the modified Newton-Raphson at x is equal to 1. So, bakit ba daw x is equal to 1? Let's just say na na tinanong daw natin si Google. O tanong na lang natin si Google kung ano daw ang roots na re. O di kopyahin ko lang. Just for the purpose of discussion lang naman, let's ask Google what is the root? What are the roots of, ayan, paste natin. Yan daw yung equation. So, after generating daw, noticed here that the root, ayan dito, final answer, the root of the polynomial x to the fourth minus 6x cubed plus 12x squared minus 10x plus 3 equal to 0, or x is equal to 1, which occurs 3 times, ayan, triple root daw yung ating x is equal to 1 and a single root x is equal to 3. Now, kaya daw ako nag-solve daw dito ng x is equal to 1 kasi yung root daw natin pala na magmumultiple ay equivalent kay 1. So, yun daw. So, sir, paano naman po kapag yung isa? Let's see kapag yung isa naman daw, instead of 0, I'll use 4. So, here, in the standard Newton-Raphson method, after 5 iterations, if I use 4, I can, or after 6 iterations, I can already get the value of the other root, x is equal to 3. Kaso nga lang, if I use 4 in the modified Newton-Raphson to get the value of 3, the solution diverges. Or although the solution gives you 2.5, but the answer is not 2.5, the answer is 3. Yun din ang sabi ni Google, yung isang root daw ay x is equal to 3. Now, the downside of using the modified Newton-Raphson method is that for roots that exist only one, is it is not modified Newton-Raphson method cannot be used for roots which the root exists only once in the solution. Modified Newton-Raphson, ginagamit lang to for multiple roots. Ayan. For multiple roots only. Nagkakaintindihan ga? Although si standard Newton-Raphson method can solve both, but the rate of convergence in solving for x is equal to 1 is masyadong mahaba. Yun lang naman ang gusto kong i-explain with regard to standard Newton-Raphson method and modified Newton-Raphson method in solving polynomial equations with multiple roots. Kay multiple roots lang daw siya po pwede. Maliwanag ah. So ayun, tapos na yung discussion. We'll continue next week na lang. We'll continue our discussion next week. So if you have questions, clarifications, regarding with the topics that we have discussed before we proceed with the laboratory activity next week. So, ayun, pwede naman kayong magtanong. But for the meantime, pwede naman kayong um, free time nyo muna ngayon, sige. But if you have time, next meeting, we'll be discussing tawag dito, system of equations or systems of linear equations or solution to system of linear equations using, review nyo lang kasi nakapag-advanced math na naman kayo. The Gauss-Jordan and the Gaussian elimination method. So, by next week, mabilis lang yung discussion since yun lang naman mga part, yung dalawang yon ay review lang from your advanced mathematics because we will be focusing more on the Gauss-Seidel and the ano pa yung isa? Jacobi iteration. So, that would be the last topics. Kapag natapos natin yung topics na yon, midterm na tayo. So, ayun. May question, good day po, pwede bang mag-attendance? Okay, sige, mamaya, wait lang. Tatapusin ko lang yung discussion ko. Then, before I dismiss you, pwede na, mag-check ulit ako ng attendance. Okay, ayun. So, yun lang naman. Then, next meeting, I already have your laboratory. I'll print this next meeting for your copies. Then, yung groupings, I'll also, tawag dito, I'll also, tawag dyan, um, announce the groupings on the Google chat a week before nung ating, tawag dyan, scheduled laboratory on September 27. O sige. Sinong bagong dating?